In the home stretch, she stood against the kitchen sink and looked over the sink out through a dusty window at weeds the water from the sink made tall. She wore her cape. Her hat was in her hand. Behind her was confusion in the room of chairs turned upside down to sit like people. In other chairs and something come to look. For every room a house has, parlor, bedroom, and dining room, thrown pell-mell in the kitchen. And now and then a smudged internal face looked in a door behind her and addressed her back. She always answered without turning. Where will I put this walnut bureau, lady? Put it on top of something that's on top of something else. She laughed. Oh, put it where you can tonight and go. It's almost dark. You must be getting started back to town. Another blackened face thrust in and looked and smiled. And when she did not turn, spoke gently. What are you seeing out the window, lady? Never was I belated so before. Would evidence of having been called lady more than so many times make me a lady? In common law, I wonder. But I ask, what are you seeing out the window, lady? What I'll be seeing more of in the years to come, as here I stand and go the round of many plates with towels many times. And what is that? You only put me off. Rank weeds that love the water from the dishpan more than some women like the dishpan, Joe. A little stretch of mowing field for you. Not much of that until I come to woods. That and all. And it's scarce enough to call a view. And yet you think you like it, dear? That's what you're so concerned to know. You hope I like it. Bang goes something big away, off there, upstairs. The very tread of men, as great as those in shattering to the frame of such a little house once left alone. You and I, dear, will go with softer steps, up and downstairs and through the rooms, and none but sudden winds that snatch them from our hands will ever slam the doors. I think you see more than you like to own to out that window. No, for besides the things I tell you of, I only see the years. They come and go in alteration with the weeds, the fields, the wood. What kind of years? Why, latter years, different from early years. I see them too. You didn't count them. No, the further off so ran together that I didn't try to. It can scarce be that they would be in number. We'd care to know, for we are not young now. And bang goes something else away off there. It sounds as if it were the men went down, and every crash meant one less to return. To lighted city streets we too have known, but now are giving up for country darkness. Come from that window where you see too much for me. and take a livelier view of things from here. They're going. Watch this husky swarming up over the wheel into the sky-high seat, lighting his pipe now, squinting down his nose at the flame burning downward as he sucks it. See how it makes his nose side bright, a proof how dark it's getting. Can you tell me what time it is by that? Or by the moon, the new moon? What shoulder did I see her over? Neither. A wire she is of silver, as new as we to everything. Her light won't last us long. It's something, though, to know we're going to have her, night after night and stronger every night, to see us through our first 2 weeks. But Joe, the stove, before they go, knock on the window. Ask them to help you get it on its feet. See how it makes his nose side bright, a proof of how dark it's getting. Can you tell what time it is by that? Or by the moon, the new moon? What shoulder did I see her over? Neither. A wire she is of silver, as new as we, to everything. Her light won't last us long. It's something, though, to know we're going to have her, night after night and stronger every night, to see us through our first 2 weeks. But Joe, the stove, before they go, knock on the window. Ask them to help you get it on its feet. We stand here dreaming. Hurry, call them back. They're not gone yet. We've got to have the stove, whatever else we want for, and a light. Have we a piece of candle if the lamp and oil are buried out of reach? Again, the house was full of tramping and the dark. Door-filling men burst in and seized the stove. A cannon-mouth-like hole was in the wall, to which they set it true by eye, and then came up the jointed stovepipe in their hands, so much too light and airy for their strength, it almost seemed to come ballooning up, slipping from clumsy clutches toward the ceiling. "A fit," said one, and banged a stovepipe's shoulder. "It's good luck when you move in to begin. With good luck with your stovepipe, never mind. It's not so bad in the country, settled down. When people are getting on in life, you'll like it," Joe said. "You big boys ought to find a farm and make good farmers, and leave other fellows the city work to do. There's not enough for everybody as it is in there." "God," one said wildly, and when no one spoke, "Say that to Jimmy here, he needs a farm." But Jimmy only made his jaw recede, fool-like, and rolled his eyes as if to say he saw himself as a farmer. Then there was a French boy who said with seriousness that made them laugh, "My friend, you ain't know what it is you ask." He doffed his cap and held it with both hands across his chest to make as twere a bow. "We're giving you our chances on the farm." And then they all turned with deafening boots and put each other bodily out of the house. Goodbye to them. We puzzle them, they think. I don't know what they think we see and what they leave us to, that pasture slope that seems Back some farm presents us and your woods, to northward from your window at the sink, waiting to steal a step on us whenever we drop our eyes or turn to other things, as in the game 10-step the children play. Good boys they seemed, and let them love the city. All they could say was, God, when you proposed. They're coming out and making useful farmers. Did they make something lonesome go through you? It would take more than them to sicken you, us of our bargain. But they left us so as to our fate, like fools past reasoning with. They almost shook me. It's all so much, what we have always wanted, I confess. Its seeming bad for a moment makes it seem even worse still, and so on down, down, down. It's nothing. It's their leaving us at dusk. I never bored well when people went. The first night after guests have gone, the house seems haunted or exposed. I always take a personal interest in the locking up at bedtime, but the strangeness soon wears off. He fetched a dingy lantern from behind the door. There's that we didn't lose, and these, some matches he unpocketed. For food, the meals we've had, no one can take from us. I wish that everything on earth were just as certain as the meals we've had. I wish the meals we haven't had were, anyway. What have you? You know where to lay your hands on. The bread we bought in passing at the store. There's butter somewhere too. Let's rend the bread. I'll light the fire for company for you. You'll not have any other company till Ed begins to get out on a Sunday to look us over and give us his idea of what wants pruning, shingling, breaking up. He'll know what he would do if he were here, and all at once he'll plan for us and plan to help us, but he'll take it out in planning. Well, you can set the table with a loaf. Let's see you find your loaf. I'll light the fire. I like chairs occupying other chairs, not offering a lady. There again, Joe, you're tired. I'm drunk, nonsensical, tired out. Don't mind a word I say. It's a day's work to empty one house of all houses and fill another with them 15 miles away. Although you do no more than dump them down. Dumped down in a paradise we are and happy. It's all so much what I have always wanted. I can't believe it's what you wanted too. Shouldn't you like to know? I'd like to know if it is what you wanted, then how much you wanted it for me. A troubled conscience. You don't want me to tell if I don't know. I don't want to find out what can't be known. But who first said the word to come? My dear, it's who first thought the thought. You're searching, Joe, for things that don't exist. I mean beginnings, ends and beginnings. And there are no such things. There are only middles. What is this? This life? Our sitting here by lantern light together, amid the wreckage of a former home? You won't deny the lantern isn't new. The stove is not, and you are not to me, nor I to you. Perhaps you never were. It would take me forever to recite all that's not new in where we find ourselves. New is a word for fools in towns who think, style upon style in dress and thought that lasts, must get somewhere. I've heard you say as much. No, this is no beginning. Then an end? End is a gloomy word. Is it too late to drag you out for just a good night call? On the old peach trees on the knoll to grope? By starlight in the grass for a last peach? The neighbors may not have taken as their rights. When the house wasn't lived in, I've been looking. I doubt if they have left us many grapes. Before we set ourselves to right the house, the first thing in the morning, out we go. To go the round of apple, cherry, peach, pine, alder, pasture, mowing, well, and brook. All of a farm it is. I know this much. I'm going to put you in your bed. It first. I have to make you build it. Come, the light. When there was no more lantern in the kitchen, the fire got out through crannies in the stove and danced in yellow wrigglers on the ceiling, as much at home as if they'd always danced there.